801?
What's that? Call the city staples council meeting to order and start with the pledge of allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome. We'll get started with the approval of this short agenda.
So moved.
A motion by Mary.
Second.
Was that Doug?
Yep.
Second by Doug. Discussion. Okay, hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Item 3 is to approve our consent calendar, which is minutes of the previous meeting and payment of bills.
So move.
Motion by Tom. Second by John. Any discussion? Okay, hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. That'll take us to item number 4, and that's to consider the 2023 donation request for Hilltop Regional Kitchen.
We've been doing this for a few years. In your packet, there's a letter from Catherine McAdams, who's the treasurer of Hilltop Regional Kitchen, and basically looking for a commitment for 2023 of $3,024. And we do have that in our budget,
So moved.
preliminary budget.
Okay, motion by Mary,
Second.
second by Tom. Any discussion? Okay, hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Was amazed at the number of meals they served
That's kind of crazy.
in 1 year.
84,000. Jeez.
All right, that'll move us to item number 5, and that's committee reports, and you came in just in time.
I guess.
And the first one on there is the Staples Economic Development Authority.
So we met on October 25th. We finalized the purchase agreement with Farmers Union for the almost 5 acres of land out in the industrial park. So that is moving forward to closing. We approved the 5-year strategic plan from 2023 to 2028. You should all have a copy of that. And I do have some hard copies available if you're interested. It was an update to the current, 2022. So a lot of, updated language and then really your goals and policies, throughout that, the goals and strategies, and then,
Got that approved at the last meeting, so we've been working on that since, I want to say, January, February, so it was a long run, but we got through it before the end of the year. The manufacturer's breakfast, there is some positive feedback. I think Daryl mentioned it at the last meeting as well. There's about 45 participants, and we do anticipate doing that on an annual basis. Blandon Foundation, we did get requested to submit a full application. We had submitted a letter of interest for downtown redevelopment implementation for the downtown revitalization plan, and they invited us to apply. It does not sound, I did get an opportunity to have a conversation with them. It doesn't sound like anybody will be getting the full 150, which was the maximum request you could put in for, but they did seem very impressed with our application, and so we should find out soon if we will be approved for that or not, and that will really jumpstart the downtown beautification work. Let's see. Submitted a letter of interest to MnDOT for the Active Transportation Infrastructure Program, which is Safe Routes to School implementation. We did hear back from them. Our application, our letter of intent to apply was moved to the next level, so we will be able to apply for the full application. So I'll be working on that. It's due in December. We have pretty much everything we need ready for that with that letter of interest anyway, so it'll be a fairly quick, easy application, just a few additional questions. And working with Central Minnesota Housing Partnership on the small cities application, hopefully for 2023, potentially a 2024. They're going through a audit through HUD right now, and it's taking some time, so their actual application isn't open. Normally, it would have been due, I think, November 15th-ish, but they haven't actually gotten that released yet. But we are basing it on what was required in previous years, and so we're moving ahead with getting it ready for submittal. We talked about the housing projects in the community, and then a variety of other projects. With the Wadena County ARPA funds, the intent to continue or to plan to apply for those for some work to be done on that Outlot A that was purchased. And then an update on the chamber. So the chamber has had some leadership changes. We did the current, or what was the current president has stepped down from the position due to personal reasons. And we do have Roxy from, I want to say she's the human resource director over at Lakewood Health System, has actually stepped up to carry on that president role. So nothing was lost there. She's been really great to work with, so I think she'll do a great job there. Lakewood Plaza, you'll see, I'm sure you're seeing some dirt move finally out there. It's really exciting to see some equipment and everything moving along there. So that is in the works. And then, let's see. That is pretty much the meeting. So if there's any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
Any questions for Melissa? Thank you. Thank you. Thanks. All right, then we'll move on to Public Works. Scott?
Okay, first item is Verizon has requested to renegotiate the lease for their equipment on our water tower. So right now, we're just in the middle of negotiating. They're requesting a lower rate and lower interest rate, but I'll go back and forth with them. When I have something that's in agreement, then I'll bring it to the commission and the council. Just a reminder that Missouri River will start billing us for time of use on our electric rates on January 1st. They gave us a shadow bill for 1 year. That, judging by that year that they gave us, it'll cost us about $5,500 more a year when they switch to time of use. Once we get our AMI, our entire project implemented, we'll start billing our customers that way. So it'll balance out. And then last thing is that Gerald and I attended the Missouri River annual meeting in October. There was a lot of interesting topics. They are projecting a rate increase for 2024, but nothing for 2023. And then if you remember, in 2022, we actually got a 5% decrease. So between that and the rebates that we had gotten in 2020, 2021, we're still sitting pretty good as far as our rates go. Then just a couple other topics they talked about with the shortages, the elimination of fossil fuels and renewables not being able to fill that role or fill the capacity as much as fossil fuels are. They are looking to their members to either add or increase their generation. I just have got the information on it today, so that's something we'll look into, but that's down the road a ways. But it could be interesting for us. Missouri River would be looking at a cost share. They said 90% them and 10% us, so it's something we might want to consider, but right now I just have very little information to provide you. That's really all I've got for you, unless anybody has any questions.
Questions for Scott? All right, thanks, sir. Well, I'm moving along quickly to open forum. If anybody has anything. Everyone, okay? Well, we'll move on to city administrators report then.
I do have something.
You had a couple things? All right.
Yes. Just want to kind of keep the council up to date on the Dower Lake Storm Shelter project that is still in the works. We met on site with Seth, a rep from Gordian Group, who's the group that works through the Sourcewell contracts on building projects, and then a rep from High Tech to look at using the Sourcewell process as opposed to the bidding process that we went through back in 2019 when we bid that in Canyon High. So kind of a best value approach to try to keep costs down and kind of expedite the timeline. Haven't communicated that with Homeland Security Emergency Management, FEMA rep. They've worked with that system before, so they're fine with that from a bidding standpoint. Attended about a 2-hour Wadena County Emergency Management Zoom meeting. Missy and I sat in on that here last week as they worked to update that plan. So I would imagine that they'll be getting that info out. Want to congratulate the Staples Motley Athletic Hall of Fame. I attended the Hall of Fame event and the reception afterwards. And if you have not gone to those events, I would highly encourage you to do it. It's a great opportunity to support that organization and kind of celebrate some of the success that we've had at Staples Motley High School and our athletic programs over the years. So a lot of, being an old guy from Staples, a lot of the folks that are inducted, you know, I was there, you know, and they were my coaches or teachers and that type of thing. So it was a lot of fun. So I think anybody who's been there, and just want to thank Mike Hike and the committee. I don't know how many hours Mike puts into the lead up to that annual event, but it was very well done and lots of fun. Projects, Melissa mentioned the Lakewood Plaza. There was the groundbreaking last week. Jeff Kablisco is on site today, basically taking off topsoil. Silt fence all went up yesterday, and I think tomorrow or Thursday, they'll be working on digging, footing, foundation, all of that kind of stuff. So they'll get that going here before the ground freezes. Essentia, LD Chantel showed up, and if you haven't driven by the Sunset Motel today, it's gone. Amazing how quickly they can take stuff apart with one of those big tracos. So I think by the end of the week, they intend to have the entire site cleared and graded down, and then we'll be looking at a spring groundbreaking for that one. And Mike and Mary Ives, as you know, purchased the what I will call the old Canusla or Vogel Mobile Home Park over on First Street, and I think there's been 6 mobile homes removed from that so far. And I think the goal of the mover is to have every one of them out of there by Thanksgiving. So have a kind of a clean slate out there, and I'm assuming that that's going to be a spring start for them too. As they relocate and kind of assess what they've got, you know, in the way of underground utilities within the park. So that'll be, you know, those 2 projects over on the west side will be a huge, obviously, improvement aesthetically, and also, you know, stuff that will be good for the community going forward. So I think, Scott, correct me if I'm wrong, the guys have all the conduit in and some of the wire pulled, or maybe all of the wire pulled out to the Farmers Union site down Prairie Avenue. As you know, next July we take over the electric service to Voyager, and so that, you know, is a piece of that project, but then to continue on west and be able to serve the Farmers Union site whenever they're ready to go out there. So we're getting that stuff prepped and we're ready to go. So, and then lastly, I've had a number of calls and questions from people about all of the staking and surveying along 4th Street. You know, you see all this lath and survey work out there. Basically what that is the prep work from Bolton and Mink to put together the preliminary design and stuff for the reconstruction project that's slated for 2025. So kind of the first piece of that puzzle is identify where everything is and be able to kind of put the pieces back together after we tear it out, so. And that, unless there's questions, is all I have tonight.
Any questions for Gerald? Do we want to recess this meeting or for till Monday, or do we?
I think we'll call it a special meeting, adjourn this one.
I move that we adjourn.
Okay, a motion by Roy to adjourn.
Second.
Okay, second by Tom.
One time I'm gonna second, I'm gonna slide in there and make the motion.
Okay. Well, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?